Hello chess family, it's me, National Master Jesse James, and today we're going to be taking a look about how to improve your tactics. Now this is very important if you want to be a strong chess player because, well, they say 99% of chess is tactics. So learning how to increase your score and see them fast is very important, especially when I feel like these days chess is really becoming a lot faster. The time controls, especially playing chess online, has become very, very popular. So you really want to get your tactics as strong as possible. That being said, let's go and take a look about how we get to this next level of thinking, or how do we increase our understanding of tactics. Well, one of the things I want to show you is, let's go ahead and start off with a puzzle racer. This video is going to be particularly about how to increase your score with the Lichess puzzle racer or the puzzle storm. Let's go ahead and start off with the puzzle racer. And let's see if we can get, typically I'll average between 50 and 70, which I think is a pretty good score. So let's see how we do right now. Looks like we got 4 people on here. All right, let's break through over here. Oh yeah, we got some free pieces. Let's see, what's this one? Undefended piece right there. Undefended piece. This is definitely a checkmate one. Let's see here. Oof. Yeah, not too bad right now. Moving the defender. And we're not getting checkmated. Check and then takes. Let's see. Oops, that was incorrect. Let's get this past pawn over there. Check, and is this the move? I guess we just take and go to a winning endgame here. Let's see here. Okay, pin it and win it. What's this one? Undefended rook and undefended bishop. Oof. This now, yeah, I did not know that one off the top of my head. Should have taken a little bit more time there. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. What's this one? Okay, perfect. And sorry. Okay, so 68, not so bad. Now, that probably, if you don't practice your tactics as much, then that probably almost look like magic or just going really, really fast without any kind of comprehension. There's a few different ways that I've gotten to this level of getting such a high tactics rating. So I want to share with you some tips that you can use and help increase your score as soon as possible. Now, the puzzle racer here definitely went well for me for a few different factors. And the first thing I want to teach you guys how to do is how to think correctly whenever you're assessing the position for tactics. Let's go ahead and take a look at Puzzle Storm. I want to slow down a little bit and kind of explain about how we get the tactics in there. So the hierarchy in thinking whenever you're looking at a tactical position, or just any position in general, is these 3 ideas. You want to think about checks, captures, and threats. Now this is done in a specific order because, well, whenever a check happens, you have to respond, right? You're in check or your opponent's in check. They need to do something to get out of it, performing CPR, capture, protect, or run. The next one we look at is checks, captures. Whenever you capture a piece, well, if you don't capture back, then you're going to be losing a piece, right? So that's very important. And the last one's going to be a threat, which would be either for a check or a capture, or of course, other ideas and tactics. So that's how we assess the position, and that's how we look at it. And this position already, you can already see, hopefully you see the idea already. There's a lot of little things that you can look in these positions that'll give you the answers. And of course, the more experience you have, the better you are off in finding these ideas. And this one right here, we see that the queen's undefended. And then we spot that the queen would love to take the queen, but this bishop's in the way. And that's whenever we get it. Checks, captures, and threat, we go through that process. And of course, we find the simple move, which is bishop h2 check, knight takes, and then of course, queen takes. We'll just kind of run through these and keep going through them. Here, the more that you practice, the more you see this. This is going to be a back rank checkmate idea. Here, the queen and rook are lined up, and of course, we look for a check. So it's very simple. Check. Now the back rank only has 1 defender. We got 2 attackers, so check and then mate. And again, the same idea is going through here. Look for the checks. We see this rook's just undefended. Free money. Check. Here we see the rook is undefended, and that's why we know bishop takes doesn't work because, well, this rook over here. But again, we look for those checks, and there it is. Bishop check, and then rook takes. This one right here, we see that we're down in material. So bishop check. Pretty simple stuff, right? Always be looking at these ideas. The knight's forking. Of course, with the hierarchy and thinking, we want to keep the queen safe. And again, we look for the check. And let's see, what's the next one right here? Let's do check again. All right, this one right here. This one's teaching you to go into winning endgames. So we're just going to go ahead and take and then bring the king up. King takes. Again, the more experience you get with these ones. Rook's attacking the queen, so we know we need to move it. Let's just go ahead and take. Free piece right there. Undefended rook, that's the key to this position. So check and then takes. Knight right here. I don't see why we shouldn't take it, so we take, check there. Here we just have to defend correctly. Always use a CPR, capture, protect, run whenever you're in check. And so there we want to just block right there, or protect. Let's see here. Easy one. Scholar's mate, checkmate. Undefended rook, here we go. Queen check and then takes. Undefended bishop, undefended rook. Then we look for the check and we see queen d6 check and then takes. Here on this one, the queen's a little misplaced here, and we always look for those threats. So bishop to h4 and queen takes. This one right here definitely has to do with this pawn getting across the board. And here you see we control the square, so let's just go ahead and make a new queen and checkmate. Here, these are a little tricky ones. These are the desperado tactics, or the you got to make sure you can do the right move order. Of course, you want to take the knight, but be careful. Here we see that this queen's undefended. So simple chess, we're just going to go ahead and trade, and then takes. Undefended knight. So check. This one right here, pin it and win it, of course. Let's see. Queen, knight is running undefended pieces. This rook right here. So if you do take, then you'll fall for the queen h5 check. But again, we look for check first, and here we see simple chess, checkmate. Undefended piece. Queen takes for the pin. This one right here, back rank checkmates. Again, it's going to be check. If it ain't check, it ain't right. That's why I like to tell a lot of my students for this. Undefended queen, here it is again. Check and then takes. That's what they're really trying to teach you in this one. This one right here, this bishop's a little undefended, and we see the forced move. Unfortunately, the checks don't work over here, but bishop b5 and then bishop takes will win. Let's see here. The queen's trying to get to this great square for checkmate. So check and then mate. This doesn't work because, well, knight just takes, right? Here we see the bishop was attacking the queen, but we got two attackers here. Here, undefended piece, and it's a check. And I guess here I would just go ahead and castle. I'm not sure if that's what they want. Oh, I'm sorry. That was incorrect because I think the queen was hanging at the end. But again, this is how you should assess this situation. One of the good things, and one thing I would recommend highly for you when you first start to do this, is go ahead and start off by practicing your puzzle storm. Now, if you want to be good at puzzle racer, puzzle storm is very important. Why is that? Here we see we got 24 puzzles solved. And let's go ahead and look down here. Here you can see it actually gives you the time limit for each one. So there's different themes for each one that you could take a look on. Look, this one took 18 seconds. This one was because I was explaining it, of course. But when you click on it, it'll be able to tell you what kind of theme it is after you figure it out. So queen takes c2, queen c1, and then rook c1 checkmate. You'll see it's a back rank checkmate. And you can actually go inside here and put in here for the back ranks tactic in here, so you can start working on those motifs or tactical themes, and this will help you recognize the patterns faster, and then get them, and then you can solve them faster in the future because your pattern recognition is going to be there. You can see there's so many different types of different tactics here, and a good way to do this, of course, is to learn the puzzle themes, right? Learning these tactic motives. So just going back over here, you can take a look and see which ones take the longest, and of course, you can go ahead and take a look and see about which ones that you're missing. Now, this is very important because people just think, oh, I just made a mistake. I would typically get that. No, there's a reason why you are missing these certain type of tactics. So it's important that you go in here, find out what the theme is, and just keep hitting them, hitting them, and hitting them. So this one was check, and then I assume this one is just knight takes right away. Yeah. So this one I had missed because it was just knight takes queen there at the end. Of course, I had a bias and I just want a castle, but the knight was attacking the queen. So go ahead and if you want to try and bring up that score, this is what I'd recommend. Go ahead and do the puzzle storms. Go ahead and try to get as high as you can, and take a look and be cognizant about how long it's taken for each type of tactical theme. This will help you out tremendously. And then once you're able to start getting in here and go by the hierarchy and thinking checks, captures, and threats, it should just go together very nicely. With that being said, when I was younger, I used to practice tactics all the time. So I think that's why I'm such a good tactician now. But I'd recommend at least 2 times per day that you're practicing your Puzzle Storm or your Puzzle Racer, which I recommend to start off with Puzzle Storm, but then I recommend to slide over here and do the Puzzle Racer. I think that this is a great way to make yourself compete with others, and I know a lot of chess players are very competitive, so I think it gives them that extra incentive to go ahead and try their best and play as fast as possible. Hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. Again, think about those checks, captures, and threats whenever you're going over the tactics. Look for undefended pieces, and hopefully your score goes up. Please let me know if you have any questions. I think I'm going to be going over some good tactics patterns, because that's also another thing that'll help you out, and that should build up while you're doing this. Working with tactics will help you out with your calculation, of course, the patterns, and of course, making you a stronger chess player all around. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you later.